Hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith with Next Weather here, where we take a little deeper dive on weather topics that are affecting the Gulf Coast. And the big thing we've been seeing this year so far is a rainfall deficit. We've had below normal rainfall so far this year, and the result has been a real dusty and very high pollen count type spring situation that we have going on right now. We have a substantial rainfall deficit just 3 months, or a little less than that, about 2.5 months into 2026. So let's take a look at that, what the forecast is saying long range through Easter, and see where we stand with this drought and the rainfall deficit. So let's check it out here. And first thing we want to look at here is our rainfall almanac. And what that's showing us is how much rain we've seen so far this month. We've had about 3 1/3 inches of rain so far this month. And that departure from normal, about 3/4 of an inch. That's not that much, but it is a little below normal with rainfall for March. We had about 1/10 of an inch of rain on the 16th. The last time we saw decent rain, we got about 8/10 of an inch on March 11th and March 12th. That's the last rain we've seen that was significant, so it's been about 12 days since we've seen a good rain that would help flush the pollen out of the air and help with the dry conditions. The year, we've only seen 6.8 inches, roughly, of rainfall so far in 2026, and our deficit for this point in the year, we're about 7.5 inches below normal with our rainfall for the year. So that's a really big number there. All right, so here are our headlines here with the deficits for each month. March, we've been about 3/4 of an inch below normal. We were about 3 inches below normal in February, 2.98. January, over 3 inches below normal in rainfall. So the main issues was the lack of rainfall in January and February. We were in that La Nina winter, and that often can mean really dry conditions for the area. And here is the drought monitor. This is a product that shows us how significant the drought is in our area, and it's definitely most extreme up Interstate 65. This product is going to be updated on Thursday, and it will be expanding. Right now we're seeing a moderate drought over parts of Mobile County. Most of Baldwin County is a moderate drought. There is a severe drought shading for Greene County, Mississippi, southern Washington County, and then we have that extreme and exceptional drought up towards Evergreen and up into Conecuh County. That's where it's been just bone dry so far this winter and into the very early part of the spring. So what is the long-range prognosis for seeing some improvements? Well, the rainfall outlook, a little drier than normal over the Carolinas. There's hope that right around the 1st of April, we're going to actually see some relief between then and Easter. We may get a front in here that brings some rainfall relief. So this is the CPC outlook here. And the shorter range outlook is actually not as good. This is going to be from March 30th through April 3rd, and it's still showing drier than normal. And we don't have any rain in the 7-day forecast either. So between now and about the 1st of April, we're not seeing any rain coming in. And then after that, as we get closer to Easter, maybe some showers coming in. I just checked the long-range GFS, and it didn't show much. And that's coupled with above normal temperatures, which plays into the dry conditions, because when the temperatures are above normal, the evaporation rate is higher. And so our temperature outlook, I mean, you see the entire United States is going to be warmer than average, especially in the central United States. And then taking it forward closer to Easter, we're still above normal. So we get the above normal temperatures. That has the evaporation rate a lot higher. We need more rainfall to offset that. We're not getting it, and it is just really a dry scenario across the Gulf Coast. So that's what we're seeing with the drought. We're in a drought. Our rainfall deficit right now is at about 7 inches and 7.5 inches for the year, and we are also in a bit of a rainfall deficit for the month. So we're going to keep watching this. This is the pattern we're in. The good news is that, you know, we have nice weather for outdoor activities. The bad news is the pollen count's really high, and we have a rainfall deficit, which could eventually get to affect the farmers. This is not really part of the growing season just yet, but that's right around the corner, and soil moisture is becoming more and more of an issue. So those are some things we're watching and tracking. And of course, we'll have your forecast anytime on Fox 10 and on our streaming platforms.